Good morning, members and the candidates for General Committee of the club. This is the KYC for the year 2026. And we'll request the candidates to come in. Candidates for the General Committee will be invited first to speak, and then followed by the candidates for Vice President, and finally the presidential candidate. I would request members post the candidates talk about themselves, about their vision for the club. Members may ask questions, but I would request members to refrain from asking personal questions and just stick to what the candidate has spoken and their vision, if at all. In case there are questions asked which may not be relevant, we may have to switch off the mic as well. Candidates for the General Committee will be given a time of 3 minutes each to speak about themselves. And for the Vice President candidate and the presidential candidate, a time of 5 minutes will be permitted. I'd also request all members to please keep their phones on silent. Yeah, may I request the candidates to come in as we call out the names? Yeah. Mr. Aditya Bi City. 3 minutes time given, and 30 seconds before your 3 minutes, the buzzer will go off, the bell. That gives you another 30 seconds. Yeah. Thank you.
Good morning, fellow members. It's a privilege to stand before you today as a candidate for the General Committee of our beloved Bangalore Club. My family's association with this institution spans over 3 decades. The club has always been far more than a place of recreation for us. It's been a place of friendship, tradition, and most importantly, shared memories. All my formative years has been spent at the Bangalore Club. I've done all my schooling 100 meters from Bangalore Club, St. Anthony's, St. Joseph's, and even Bishop Cotton's, just for my 11th and 12th. All my days, during my school days, ended up at Bangalore Club, post-school time. There was a running joke at home that this was indeed my home, and my residence was actually mere transit. My first swim, tennis lessons, squash, badminton, and even snooker, only so that we could sit outside and have our beloved club sandwich, have all been done in this institution. It's this deep connection that inspires me to give back through service. Professionally, I've been very fortunate to build and lead businesses in real estate, hospitality, and investments, pan-India and Sri Lanka. I've worked with entrepreneurs and institutions to create long-term value. Along the way, I've also had the privilege and opportunity to serve as the youngest Joint Secretary of Kriya India, a trustee of RV Institutions and Vasvi Education Trust, VET. Within Bangalore Club, many of you know me through the sporting fraternity. I've had the privilege to establish and grow the Bangalore Club Badminton League, now in its 8th successful year, while also serving on the managing committees and organizing committees of badminton and box cricket leagues. For those who don't know, the Badminton League was actually the first league of its kind in Bangalore Club and Pan Bangalore. And it's a proud moment to say it's actually something that's been replicated across Bangalore in all the institutions. I've also been privileged to serve as a captain of the Bangalore Club badminton team, representing Bangalore Club in all the inter-club competitions. In addition to my active involvement in the sporting community, I've also served in the subcommittee of House, Internal and External, just prior to the restoration project of Bangalore Club, the main chambers. As I stand next to my fellow candidates who are all sitting, who are all deserving in their own right, today I'm sure you will hear our shared vision of transparent governance, financial prudence, stronger sporting and cultural activities, greater family participation, and richer experience for every member. If elected, my commitment is very simple: to preserve the heritage and dignity of our club while ensuring it continues to evolve for future generations. My ethos is very simple: for the members, by the members. I believe our greatest strength in bringing together the wisdom of our senior members with the energy and ideas of the younger generation, ensuring Bangalore Club remains India's finest private club for generations to come. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Aditya Sethi? Thank you. Sorry? Okay. So you have nothing to clarify? Oh. Thank you, Aditya.
Thank you, everyone.
May I request Mr. Anil Srinivas to come up, please?
Good morning, dear fellow members and members of the election committee. I am Anil Srinivas, an honorary life member, A216. It is both a privilege and pleasure to stand before you seeking your support for the post of committee member. Like many of you, Bangalore Club has been a significant part of my life. Having been a member for 35 years, almost more than half my age, my family and me have enjoyed countless memorable moments here. Both my sons were Cottonians. As the school and our club shared the compound wall, they enjoyed the sporting activities almost every day at the club after school. So suffice it to say, our club was almost like a second home to us. Professionally, I spent about 25 years with CETAs of RPG Group, running a successful franchisee business. This has given valuable experience in administration, financial discipline, operational efficiency, and long-term planning. I am also a committed Rotarian associated with numerous social and community service initiatives. Many of you may know me from my earlier tenure as committee member in Chairman House 21-22. During that period, I had the opportunity to contribute several initiatives that continue to benefit our club and its members to this day. One, it was reduction of GST on banquet catering bills from 18% to 5%, resulting in substantial and continued savings to members availing banquet visits to this day. Helping secure substantial monthly savings in electricity bills by optimization of contracted power demand with BESCOM. I initiated an energy audit to implement energy conservation measures and encouraged practical energy saving measures. Our club is paying huge electricity bills of about 13 lakhs per month, which is about 1.5 crores per annum. As then chairman, I mooted the proposal of having a solar power system in our club. Our then president was very supportive of this idea, and the club conducted a techno-commercial feasibility report which indicated very encouraging potential for implementation of this project. Going forward, many of you will be wondering what next. In fact, I am happy to inform you that to make the solar power system a reality, I have moved a resolution in the ensuing AGM seeking the Honorable General Body's approval for the project, which will reduce our electricity bills considerably every month. I request all of you to support this forward-looking initiative. Hence, my vision is that in a couple of years, we should strive to make our club as energy self-reliant as possible and reduce our dependence on the grid as far as possible, with the support of the General Committee. As a candidate, I seek your support and goodwill, dear fellow members. If elected, I will serve the club with sincerity, balanced judgment, and commitment to forward-looking initiatives. Thanking you all in advance for your consideration and valuable support.
Any questions for Mr. Anil? Mr. Rajshekar? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mrs. Chaitra Swami?
A very good morning to the members of the election committee and the Bangalore Club. Thank you for spending your Sunday with us. Your presence here confirms our commitment to this club. I begin by honoring the memory of our late president, Mr. Harish Padmanabha. I had the privilege of working with him in the committee last year, and I admired him for his wisdom and service to the club. Academically, I hold degrees in commerce and law, and I also have an MBA from Christ College. Professionally, I have come with 20 years of corporate experience in HR before venturing into my own practice in litigation and compliance. I have been a permanent member of this club for 17 years, and I took to swimming during my school days. My family are a regular at the club. We enjoy playing tambola, reading books at the library, and the camaraderie of fellow members. My service to Bangalore Club began in 2023 when I was elected for 2 consecutive terms on the General Committee. With the presidential leadership of Mr. Kenneth Pinto and Mr. Ashwin Shetty, 2 leaders with distinct management styles, they entrusted me with portfolios of library, chambers, legal, and compliance. For the first time, the Library Committee was dedicated to conduct weekly entertainment for all. We held programs on culture, art, cinema, history, and health. And by distinguished writers, we had talks by scientists and doctors as well. We also celebrated the 125th anniversary of the library that year with Grant. In Chambers, it was a year of notable progress. With restoration of infrastructure, we were able to enhance the revenue, and we had a net surplus of 2.79 crores that year. I undertook sessions for staff to bring awareness on anti-harassment policy and to support a safe workplace culture. I was responsible for compliance, and we operated within the law to protect the club's position without exposing it to reputational risk. During my 2 terms, the committee was responsible to complete the esteemed lawn project, and it was fully operational in 2024. We also took the commissioning of the restoration project to the general body, and currently we are witnessing its progress. With your trust and on my re-election, I will continue to uphold the legacy and heritage of our club. We will embrace modernization and enhance member experience so that the old charm will continue to welcome the future generations. I seek your valuable support once again to serve on the General Committee. Thank you.
Any questions for Mrs. Chaitra Swami? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. May I request Mr. Hemant Mane to come up, please?
Good morning, Election Committee Chairman and the dignitaries. Ladies and gentlemen of the Bangalore Club, allow me to introduce myself. I am Hemant Mane, membership number H99, honorary life member. And actually, we are 3 generations of members here. My dad, running 97, my daughters and I. What more can I say about Bangalore Club? A second home. And I've been around, and it has been a fruitful experience where I have been in every field, be it sport, be it bar, or any of the other, whatever events I was involved with, maybe snooker, and some entertainment activities. Professionally, I am an optometrist from the 1980 batch of the Minto Ophthalmic Hospital, CEO of SR Gopal Rao Opticians. We are a 120-year-old company, and we have been associated with a lot of human service in our industry. I am proud to say I am a Rotarian of the Rotary Club of Bangalore, and I have been Director of Youth Service for 2 years consecutively, and this has given me immense pleasure and still continues to do so. Coming to actually the involvement in Bangalore Club. Year 21-22, when it was a truncated year due to COVID, I was given the portfolio of entertainment by our then President, Mr. C.N. Kumar. Well, we revived a lot of, in that short term, I would say, we had classical, Carnatic, Hindustani, Sufi, a variety of programs. And with, I would say, hardly any sponsorship. So this was one experience of a lifetime for me. Then came the second term where I got involved. That was 23-24 during the presidency of Mr. Kent Pinto, where I was given sports outdoor-indoor. Well, achievements, this is a oiled organization, so everything was very smooth. The only thing, we realized swimming pool needed a lot of cleanups. We saw that, we changed the water, which was not done for over a period of time. Then came 24-25, during the term of Ashwin Shetty, I was handling bar. And of course, we brought down the prices compared to most of the elite clubs of the city. You would have read probably the annual report. The bar sales had gone up to about 12.3 crores and a profit of 1.1 crore. But this is not just profit, it's to suit the objectives of the club, give back to the members. So, and also purchases, we saw to it that we got a lot of, we bargained and got down the pricing considerably. So here I am requesting you again for your support so that I can give back my services to the club. So the vision is ideate, innovate, implement. This is what I want to do. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Mane? Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Mane. Thank you.
Sorry, happy Father's Day to all.
May I request Mr. Kishor Rao to come up, please?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this lovely afternoon. It's almost afternoon now. So, my name is Kishor Rao, and it's a beautiful venue to be in. When I was a kid, the entire New Year's Eve used to happen in this room with the live band. That was Bangalore Club then. So, pleased to be here. Quick background about myself. I've been a member here for 35 years, the corporate world for 45 years. I was a founding leadership team member in 3M India. I was a country head. I was there for 24 years. Post that, I went to APAC for Quest Global, which will be a $1 billion company this year. And now I'm doing corporate advisory for many other companies, including Tramontina India and ACUS. So that's about me. St. Joseph, proud Josephite, engineer from Bangalore, and I've been on KGA subcommittee in finance for the last 3 years, and in BGC for 2 terms, finance subcommittee. Now, let's get down to the heart of the chase. Why am I here? I want to leave you with 4 points. The first one is member experience. How do we address it? How do we capture the pain points? How do we improve on it? I'm a little baffled that we've not had a formal member survey on how club performs in various departments. So we need to collate it, categorize it, prioritize it, act on it, right? It's not he who shouts the loudest gets the attention. We should have a formal way of doing it and give feedback to members after we implement it and keep a scorecard. There should be a healthy competition between departments. That's number 1. Number 2, we need to professionalize. Mr. Kumar is sitting here. I pity him. He's got about 16 people reporting to him, I think. There are 16 departments, 360 employees, multiple touch points, multiple pain points, so many priorities of interest. We should explore having a CEO from a hospitality background, reporting to a member relations focus leader, HR and admin expert, a finance expert, and an operations expert. Because the organization of yesterday need not necessarily be the organization for tomorrow. We need to change. Some investments are needed, but thankfully the club is having a very nice surplus, and so that's the second point. Third point is corporate governance. Essentially, say what we do what we say. KPIs for departments, SOPs for critical processes, and ethical corporate governance and financial prudence. So if elected, I promise sincerity in approach, fairness and balance to all, ethical governance, as also, most important, collaboration. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
1 minute, Mr. Kishore. Any questions? Yeah, I think that's. Thank you. Mr. Pratri Paban.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to introduce myself. I'm Pratri Paban, contesting for the post of the General Committee of this prestigious club. I did my schooling in Bishop Cotton Boys School and my pre-university at the St. Joseph's College of Arts and Science. I have been a dependent member of this club. I've been a dependent member since the early 80s and a permanent member since 1995. I have served on various subcommittees over the years. I've had the privilege of serving on the managing committee for a period of 4 terms. I've handled the portfolios of sports, bar, library, Tambola, house, and entertainment. I was also co-opted as bar chairman in the year 2017-18. Based on my experience, I have the capacity to discharge any portfolio, given to me to the best of my ability. Bangalore Club has always been like a second home to me. I will always look to give back to this wonderful institution. If elected, I will ensure that the strengths of this club are enhanced and address areas that need improvement within my allotted portfolio. I will also be able to, will also be available to address any issue to ensure that members have an enjoyable experience in this club. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Prithvi? Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Sanda Kotapa, please.
Good morning, all my beautiful fellow members. Welcome to this KYC, and I'm Sanda Kotapa. I've been on the committee for 4 terms now, and yeah, I've been coming to the club since I was about 4 years old, which was sometime in the mid-70s. Like many of you, my happiest moments have been in this club. I learned how to swim here. I learned how to play tennis, which I didn't do very well, but yeah, and I've partied here a lot. So the club has been an extension of me ever since I got back from Dubai. So over the years, the first year I stood was 2019, where I was given outsourced facilities. And I think that time I took a great interest in it because I went and met every single person from the outsourced facilities. I used to check their menus, check their pricing, make sure their food was fresh, make sure that fabric spa, when they gave you all trouble, I'd mediate between, you know, between the customer and the vendor and try and find solutions. And outsourced facilities used to have a contract for 1 year, which didn't give enough consistency. So I used to I turned the contract to about 3 years. We made it a 3-year stretch so that we could give them consistency. Now, you keep asking why we don't have enough variety, because nobody wants to come to the Bangalore club with the club charging them 20%. So when I was in the committee, I brought the percentage down to 15. But still on a catering level to work from, you know, to work with 85% is very difficult. Like other clubs, they have this variety because their percentages are low. So outsource, that is something we really need to look at. The next year that I took, I had catering, which was a very short time. And catering is a huge, huge, huge portfolio, which requires a lot of checks and balances, which I don't think we really have. We have it somewhat, but I think we need to automatize everything. Right now, there's no IT system that seems to work with the club-centric software. And unless we get, automatized, checks and balances can't be kept. What has made Bangalore Club so special is not merely its heritage or its beautiful surroundings. It's the wonderful sense of community we have. See, all of us know each other's fathers, mothers, grandfathers, everybody. So, you know, and we should keep that community. I know diversity, I don't really believe in it, but we have to take new members. But, you know, we have to have, rules and regulations where everybody can follow. The thing I value most about myself is being approachable and accessible. So today, you have a problem with anything, with any department, people approach me. So my vision for the club is to automatize everything, get great HR procedures, because our HR is the heart of the club. I'm running out of time, so I don't think I can talk too much, but if I'm elected again, I'm always here to serve you, and I feel the members are my focus is institution, members, staff, and vendors. Thank you. Any questions? Please ask me something. No?
I have a question, though I'm a member of the election committee,
That's okay.
I'm still a member of the club.
Absolutely.
If you're going to automate everything, I still hope you'll still be able to answer all our questions.
Of course.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Every question should be answered.
Any more questions? Okay, thank you, Sandhya. Mr. Shardendu Malpani.
think it's past noon, so I can start by saying good afternoon. Very good afternoon to members of the election committee, fellow Bangalore Club members, and my fellow contestants. My name is Shardendu Malpani, and it is my honor and privilege to have this opportunity to stand for the General Committee. My association with Bangalore Club runs almost 5 decades. My father, Mr. Arun Kumar Malpani, was a member since 1973. I have been a member of Bangalore Club since 2006. And like many of you, my formative years were spent in Bangalore Club, learning how to swim, playing squash, snooker, and most importantly, making a lot of lifelong relationships and friendships which I cherish. And Bangalore Club has inculcated in me a lot of my values. And I think it is my time to give back to a club that has given me so much. And that is what has motivated me to contest for the General Committee. I am also a Josephite, finished my schooling from St. Joseph Boys High School and got my Bachelor of Commerce from Commerce College, SJCC, securing the 10th rank in Bangalore University. And I did my MBA from the University of San Diego. I worked for 20 years as a supply chain consultant, helping a lot of Fortune 100, 500 companies save millions of dollars on their sourcing and procurement strategies. I conducted more than 200 in-house training programs. I have also been part of the sports committee for the last 8 years as co-member in charge along with Suman Patnaik of the billiards room. We have conducted eight editions of the Snooker League during this tenure. I have also been part of the subcommittee of the Golf Fest along with Dr. Pratri Paban in conducting the golf tournaments. I have, in addition, been part of the KGA's Premier League tournament subcommittee for the last 2 years, helping in the smooth conduct of the tournament and raising sponsorships. Between the Snooker League and the KPL, I have been instrumental in raising more than 70 lakhs of sponsorship over the last couple of years. In terms of, lastly, I'm currently a part of the OBA committee for St. Joseph Boys High School. In terms of my vision for the club, I think 3 things are very important. One is open and transparent communication and listening to members. I think Mr. Kishor Rao also touched upon it, getting feedback from members. What are their pain points? Secondly, infrastructure. We are already more than 9,000 members, plus we have more than 3,500 in the waiting list. Our infrastructure, while maintaining the legacy and heritage of the club, needs to evolve. If not, I hate to say it, we will become like the city we all love, Bangalore, where we have not kept up with the infrastructure. So thank you for this opportunity, and if elected, I will do my very best to improve the club further. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Malpani? Thank you, Mr. Malpani.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. SP Shrianga, please.
Good afternoon, dear members. I'm SP Shrianga, membership number S665. For over 25 years, this club has been my second home. Today, I stand before you, not just as SP Shrianga, but as one of you, deeply committed to carrying a heritage forward with precision, discipline, and heart. Last year, you trusted me with your oath. I delivered on that trust. Now I look forward to doing even more for our community with your continued support and oath. As an entrepreneur building large-scale infrastructures across South India, I don't just see problems, I engineer solutions. This past year, as your chairman for House and Affiliations, I turned that business expertise into tangible results you can see and feel. Here is what we have achieved together. We focused on efficiency. We re-engineered our backup power systems, saving 30 liters of diesel every single hour. We also initiated a world-class compositing system through a patented technology to convert kitchen waste into useful composite at absolutely zero cost to our club. We privatized comfort and safety. We expanded seating capacity at the umbrella bar, renovated toilets at the tennis facility, built vital safety ramps, and added proper emergency exit to our library. We upgraded our power feeders and emission controls to meet the absolute highest standards. We expanded our reach. We secured an affiliation in the state of Goa with Club Tennis Desk Gaspar Diaz and locally with the Belur Golf Club. Internationally, we went global, partnering with legendary institutions like the Royal Automobile Club of Australia, the Olympic Club in San Francisco, and the Athletic Club in New York. Your membership card is now a passport to clubbing excellence worldwide. And we looked after our community. The first of its kind, the Garden Tea Party, was not just an event. It was a heartfelt tribute to our incredible gardeners, the people who keep our club a lush, beautiful green oasis amidst a concrete jungle. My pledge to you for coming year is built on 4 unbreakable pillars: physical discipline, green innovation, heritage preservations, and the tireless energy to serve. I am SP Shrianga. With your trust, your support, and your oath, I will continue to serve Bangalore Club with discipline, vision, and heart. Thank you so much.
Any questions for Mr. Shrianga? No. Thank you, Mr. Shrianga.
Thank you.
May I request Ms. Suman Ranganat to come up, please?
Members of the election committee and fellow members, good afternoon. I'm Suman Ranganat, membership number LS576, daughter of Mr. B.G. Ranganath and Jyoti, sister to Ashwin, and married to Sajan Chinnappa. I'm contesting to be a member of the General Committee. As a proud third-generation member of the Bangalore Club, this institution has been an integral part of my life. My commitment to Bangalore Club stems from a deep sense of gratitude and belonging. I began my journey in club administration through the health club and outsourced services as members of subcommittees for 3 consecutive years, and later I had the honor of serving 2 terms on the General Committee. First in 23-24, entrusted with health club and Tambola portfolios, and again in 24-25, managing the catering and Dovecourt portfolios while co-chairing the Go Green portfolio. During my 10 years, I have been privileged to contribute to initiatives that strengthened member engagement, enhanced experiences, and promoted the long-term sustainability of our club. With a strong focus on member wellness and safety, we upgraded health club facilities and expanded outdoor activities that encouraged greater participation across all age groups. Tambola saw record participation with celebrations on special occasions. Recognizing the importance of creating memorable experiences, I worked closely with the food and beverage team to elevate our dining offerings, contributing to record growth in the club's F&B operations while continuously enhancing the quality and variety available to members. Sustainability was another key priority. Through the Go Green initiative, we implemented environmentally responsible practices, including transitioning the Dovecourt to recycled paper, reflecting our commitment to preserving resources for future generations. These initiatives help create opportunities for members and families to connect, engage, and strengthen the unique spirit of camaraderie that defines our club. It has reinforced my belief that a successful club is one that continuously evolves while preserving its traditions, always placing members at the heart of every decision. Everything I have done has been guided by a simple belief that meaningful progress comes from people working together with purpose, commitment, and respect for one another. I'm deeply grateful to the members and staff and my subcommittee for their support and encouragement. It has been a privilege to serve this institution, and I look forward to contributing towards continuity, stewardship, and future readiness while preserving its legacy for future generations. Thank you.
Any questions? No. Thank you, Suman.
Thank you.
Mr. Utam Mutapa, please.
Good afternoon, my dear members. Utam Mutapa, U53, for candidate for General Committee. I'm scared to say I'm a Josephite because I think the Cottonians are going to be really upset. So I beseech the Cottonians to support us also, and will definitely be a chance for us to support them too. So I went to St. Joseph's all my life. I went to St. Joseph's College also. I did political science there. Later, I went away to the US and studied hospitality at Cornell in New York. And I worked there for a few years and came back. I continue to be in the hospitality business here in India. I run a hotel called the Planters Court in Chikmagalur. I run two little cloud kitchens here in Bangalore. I manage a coffee plantation in Coorg. I love the hospitality profession, and that's been the benediction of my whole life. I've spent being in the food business and the hospitality business for now 35 years. I wish that professional understanding that being so key would be of some use to our members at some point. The club being a little cocoon that we all grew up in, all of us have been, we're so fortunate that everyone on the committee here has been associated with the club for so many years. And it's always been a little cocoon outside the rough and tumble outside of the gates. And when you come in here, it's such a pleasure that you can forget everything. It's like walking to your own home. And that's been the situation all our lives. For that, having been a little cog in that wheel that has turned for more than a century, I wish I could contribute some way to see that same little cocoon, that same camaraderie, and that same gentleness that doesn't exist anymore outside our walls remains in this club. That's my dearest, dearest wish. Understanding tradition, understanding precedent, I think, are going to be the most important aspects of safeguarding our club into another 100 years. At this point in my life, I feel so joyous that I can even stand here and request for you all to vote for me. And I thank you all so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
May I request Mrs. Virina Sububaya to come up, please?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a pleasure to see so many of you come and spend your precious Sunday trying to get to know your delegates better. I am Virina Sububaya, Chairman of the Library Committee, the Cards Committee, and more lately, the Catering, Food and Banquets. When portfolios were first assigned, I was rather puzzled. How did a member, a delegate who won with the maximum votes, get the least significant cards and library? How was it fair, Mr. President, I asked. But I was totally nonplussed when he told me, mark my words, Virina, you'll come back to thank me. Within 3 months, I did. The Bangalore Club, the library turned out to be the most soul-satisfying experience. The kind of programs we put up more than 100 programs with a robust subcommittee and a packed calendar. We gave the members all we could. We hosted over 100 programs featuring celebrated artists, writers, musicians, theater personalities, sports people, doctors, and more. From the mesmerizing Odissi dance to the tabla recital by Zakir Hussein's brother, Tawfiq Qureshi. And then we had a tribute to Ye Sham Gulzar Ke Naam, a tribute to Gulzar, that was most charming. We held the pulse of the audience right through the year, with lectures, quizzes, and even a chocolate pairing with dessert wines. We had something for everyone. Then came cards. While rummy and whist hummed along peacefully, there was moaning and groaning in the bridge room. Thankfully, with a huge contribution by one of our friends, Mr. Arjun Menda, 50 lakhs he had given us, our committee decided to spend that money on bridge. We did up the bridge room in a record 8 weeks. Today, it is one of the most fabulous rooms we have here in the Bangalore Club. For those of you who haven't seen it, please take a walk and have a look at our new bridge room. We also launched 2 major inter-club tournaments this year, and we put Bangalore Club on the Mahjong map. Today, at any given time, you'll see a galaxy of glamorous girls playing the trending game of tiles with smiles. Mahjong has become so popular with record subscriptions and sponsorships. A few months ago, I was entrusted with food and catering and banquets. In a short time, we did try to make a difference. We brought about changes in the menu and improvement in the food. We were faced with the challenges of the LPG crisis. Nonetheless, we continued with burning chulas in the kitchen. We gave members all that they wanted, banquets and buffets. We also held the very, very successful HLM lunch. I'm sure you all will remember that still. This was 1,000 members with the LPG crisis. We did not even increase the prices of food there. I hope that will hold us in good stead. My promise to you is simple. No matter what the portfolio, I will give it my 100%. I will always put members first, and I will deliver results. So when you vote, please vote for commitment, competence, and proven ethics. At the risk of sounding like the not-so-popular president on the other side of the Pacific, let's make Bangalore Club great again. Thank you. Any questions? Yes?
The
Mic is not audible. Selby, the mic is not audible.
Okay, let me speak louder.
Please state your name and membership number, Mr. Rajaram.
Tell him to wait. Yeah.
Just 1 minute,
I'm sorry, I
Mr.
can't
Vikram
hear you at
Rajaram.
all.
Let him give you a mic, which you're not audible here.
There? Okay, here we go. My name is Vikram Rajaram. I'm a member, my membership number is 71, and I've had the privilege of being a member for the last 30 years. For what you've done during the period that you were a member of the General Committee and the various other committees that you have held.
Thank you.
Those are accomplishments of the past. We are now here to vote you in for the next year. You've had a vantage position of being a member of the committee, of several committees of the club. And therefore, if I were to ask you to name 3 low-hanging fruit for the club, 3 quick fixes which you would work on, which would benefit the club, thank you, what would they be?
Well, one would definitely be the food. Catering department just got a foot into the door, and I think there's a lot of work one can do there. We also want to improve the service. I'm talking from my experience. The service has to improve. We're getting more staff to help us with that. And the third thing would be, I think, membership. Let's get the right kind of people into our club. These are the 3 things.
If I may just comment on that, Mrs. Virina Sububaya, I think Vikram Rajaram asked for 3 low-hanging fruit.
Well, the catering department, the fruit are low-hanging.
Catering service and membership are way up there in what you can tackle in one tenure, one term in the committee.
Well, I don't think he meant 1 year.
But we certainly hope you will bring your considerable talents to bear on these 3, rather arduous tasks and make a success of it. And I wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much. We can try, right? Yeah. Thank you.
Any more questions? No. Thank you, Mrs. Virina Sububaya. That's for the candidates for the General Committee. Now, sorry.
Somebody has a question?
Oh, somebody has a question. Sorry. Just 1 minute. The mic is coming over.
I think she has a question for all the
Please state your name and membership number, ma'am, before asking the question.
Hello. Hello, I'm Chandramati Ganesh, LC 57. My only request for all the committee members, whether they've been or the past committee members or coming in committee members, is whenever everybody takes a walk in the morning, the pipes are all lying around. So many people have tripped and they've fallen. Watering the plants. Can we improvise the watering of the plants by keeping the sprinklers in different places? And people, cyclists, walkers, you have seen only the senior citizens have been walking. And most of them have had a trip and they've had a fall also. One lady recently had a fall
Ma'am,
from
if I may
cycling.
come in here, now the candidates, we don't know who is going to come in. So they will not be in a position to answer this question. I'd request you to have this question at the general body meeting. That would be best answered there. Or you could also write into the secretary and it will be addressed, I'm sure. I mean, it's a concern, yes, but I don't think the candidates here may be in a position to answer this.
All the candidates.
I agree with you, but they're not sure who comes in and takes what portfolio, so it would be best answered by the incoming committee. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chandramati.
Any other questions? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Virina Sububaya. So we move on to the candidates for post of Vice President. I request the candidates one by one. 5 minutes time will be given to you all. Yes, Mr. Lynn P Rego, please.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Lynn P Rego. My account numbers are 203. I've been a member since January 1977. I've served on the committee here a couple of times in the past, and I've served on subcommittees several times. I have filed my CV, it's before you all, so I will not advert to it. I will go straight away to what I have to say today, which is basically some observations. After nearly half a century in the club, I've come to a startling realization. If I don't stand for vice president now, people may begin to assume that I'm a part of the furniture or some of those trophies that I had restored from the forest department. For almost 50 years, I have watched presidents come and go, committees rise and fall, fashions change, and club rules multiply with astonishing enthusiasm. Through it all, I have remained a loyal member, occasional trouble member maybe, willing volunteer, and enthusiastic participant in almost every aspect of club life. Some of you may wonder, after all these years, I'm seeking the office of vice president. The answer is simple. At my age, and after many years in the club, running a marathon seemed far too strenuous. But seriously, the club has given me friendship, fellowship, laughter, and countless memories. It has been a second home for many of us. I believe that experience is valuable, not because we know everything, but because we have enough or we have made enough mistakes to recognize them when they come around again. My vision for the club, which I have already expressed in my CV, is straightforward. First, I want our club to remain where members of every generation feel welcome. We should cherish our traditions without becoming a museum exhibit. Second, I would like to see greater participation. A club is not a spectacle or a spectator sport. It thrives when members contribute ideas, volunteer, and occasionally attend meetings for reasons other than the refreshments. Third, I believe we should continue to modernize where it makes sense. Technology should help us communicate better and make life easier and not create rare and new opportunities to forget passwords. Most importantly, I want to preserve the spirit that has sustained this club for so many years. Friendship, respect, and the ability to disagree passionately in a meeting and still share a laugh afterwards. As Vice President, I cannot promise perfection. I cannot guarantee shorter meetings, better weather for every event, or that the bar will never run out of your favorite drink. Such powers remain beyond my elected or beyond any elected official. What I can promise is commitment, experience, accessibility, and a genuine love for this club and its members. After nearly 50 years, I'm still excited about the future of this club. That alone should qualify me for something. So I ask you for your support, your vote, and perhaps your forgiveness for all the committee meetings I've already subjected you to over the years. Thank you, and may the best candidate win, provided, of course, that is me. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Rego? Yeah, Mr. Jayandev.
Mr. Rego.
Yes, sir.
I have gone through
Sir,
your...
please state your name and membership number.
I am Jayant Kumar Dev, J206. Mr. Rego, I have gone through your vision statement, and I think the vision statement of a candidate for Vice President is very important, because this will, in case you are elected, will give focus to the club for the next 3 years as Vice President, hopefully transition to President, and past President. This is the 3 years which you have time to operate upon. So your vision statement is limited to that kind of time. Now you have mentioned that I propose to rid the club from oppressive noise pollution mandates and undue traverse of the club precincts by official vehicles. These are both very important aspects of the club. Let me take the first one. You wish to rid the club of oppressive noise pollution mandates. Now, these are mandates imposed upon us by the police commissioner, by the pollution control board, and maybe by the excise department on timings, etc. Now, I'm not very, sorry, I'm a little confused as to how you will be handling this problem, because these are laws of the land, laws of the state, which need to be followed. With regard to noise pollution, you have said that you would like to oppressive noise pollution. In this connection, I would like to mention that Bangalore Club has always been a very law-abiding organization given to, leave it. given to, and it needs to maintain public peace and tranquility. Now we have, I understand that many members want the timings to be increased so that they can spend more time in the club, partying, etc. But on the other hand, we have neighbors who have been constantly complaining about noise pollution. So I would like since you have said that this will be your focus during your vice presidency and hopefully later on, I would really like to know how you are going to manage this two conflicting kind of sentiments. The second thing, I am totally in agreement with you that the club being used as a thoroughfare needs to be stopped. I am, however, at a loss to understand why it has not been stopped till today. Is there any mandate from the government of Karnataka or the police commissioner or anybody else that the club should be allowed as a transit route? I would like some clarification on both these as to how you propose to handle this issue. Thank you, sir.
With the permission of the Honorable Election Committee, I will address this in a brief way. Technically, the noise pollution laws are based on the Police Act here, which was introduced in the year 1963. There, the limit on noise from sources like amplifiers and things like that were restricted under the Act with a nominal fine at that point in time, which was just about 50 or 100 rupees. Now, since that is a statutory position, which was brought into force nearly 60 years ago, it is possible for us to approach the authorities in the Assembly and ask them to amend those provisions so that we can express and point out to them that there are developments in the city, like for instance the IPL matches, which go on till 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the night, and there's so much noise and dust and other factors that come into play there. So if we were to highlight these areas, and there are many establishments in the town where people are working overtime, they spend the night, turn night into day. So these factors can be placed before the Assembly, and we can ask for withdrawal of those restrictions or to amend them in such a way that you would be able to party a little longer here on these lawns. That would be one method. The other issue is that these provisions also appear in the Environmental Protection Act, where the punishment is 5 years for these kind of offenses. Now, there is also a provision in the Environmental Protection Act which says that if there is any other enactment in force which postulates or predicates a lower sentence, then that particular provision comes into play. So therefore, the Police Act comes into play there. Now, apart from this, there is a Supreme Court judgment with 173 paragraphs, which has explained why these laws are necessary for the country. Now, they have also kept a question open in the 2005 judgment for people to come before them and express reasons why these particular parameters should not be reduced or enhanced or issues in that direction. So if we make a petition in the Supreme Court, state our case, explain the other difficulties that are happening around here, we may be in a position to address these difficulties that we are facing. Because if the Supreme Court were to appreciate our point of view, then we could do this. I have not been on the committee for the last 2 years, though I have served on the legal subcommittee here during this period. So if I am authorized, I could move the Supreme Court in a special leave petition and ask for amendment of that order. So that is one way in which we could have this particular policy removed and enable the club to enjoy longer hours into the night. That is as far as noise pollution is concerned. As far as the use of our property, it has been happening now for the last 10 or 15 years. And if we wait too long, the law of easementary rights will come into play, and they may claim right of passage there by virtue of usage itself. So unless we take steps to curtail it, we'll be making fools of ourselves. There are 2 petitions pending in the High Court relating to the ownership of the land. We have our documents. I have all the copies with me, and the originals I have had safeguarded over here in the club. Now, in these documents, there are certain rights that we have, but the state, the Tahsildar in Yelahanka, made out that this land is agricultural land, and therefore they have jurisdiction over this land, and have sought and have passed an order to take over this land. We moved the High Court at that time, and there is a stay. Those petitions are still pending disposal. So we will need to move them and point out that those petitions, the reliefs claimed there, are not in accordance with law. They had absolutely no right. There's a recent judgment also of the Telangana High Court, which points out that this could be a proposition that we could have removed. We could win that case and finish it. So if that were to happen, we can take steps here to reduce or to restrain the government bodies from moving their vehicles up and down over here. There have been accidents here. Our committee member, his father-in-law's wife, had a serious accident here. She was knocked down here some years ago. So these are factors that we need to take into consideration and make sure that this is free for children to move up and down. Yeah. So these are the various methods. I can go at length, but it'll take a long time, and I don't think everybody here would be interested in hearing me out on that. So if there's any other question?
Mr. Rego, I would like to...
Please state your name and account number.
Mrs. Annabelle Mannering, LA 161. I think, Mr. Rego, I'd like to address one point. I think that you have misled this gathering because you were very much involved in an inquiry under my presidency. The inquiry was and said that the noise pollution was entirely due to the Supreme Court Act of 2000. And you accused me, along with the whole General Committee, took me to court about the fact
Mrs.
that...
Mannering,
no, I'm saying that he is now...
Is there a question in
Yes,
this,
the question
please?
is, you don't mention here the Supreme Court Act of 2000, for which I was indicted because of that act. In your speech earlier, you didn't mention that act at all. You mentioned some local acts, you mentioned going to the Supreme Court. You didn't mention that act which you regarded as sacrosanct because it was Supreme Court Act. So you didn't mention that, so how are you going to overturn that act in order to use your noise
I'm sorry
pollution?
to say that you have misunderstood what I said. I did not say it was a Supreme Court enactment. I said it was a judgment, a pronouncement of the Supreme Court, which addressed complaint on this.
You didn't mention the Supreme Court Act.
Mrs. Mannering, it was mentioned. Yeah. Yeah. Please keep it to what question you have. Let's not take it on a tangent, please. And I think Mr. Rego did mention the Supreme Court
Judgment
Act
is all I said.
when he was explaining to while he was answering Mr. Jayant Dev's question.
Yes, but my contention is this was the very same act that I was put under pressure and an inquiry
that
held
is,
against
this
me.
is something
So
you're
he has-
digressing from
I'm saying
from
that he's
Mrs. Mannering.
misleading and changing his tune here.
No, I think if you have a question in this, let's confine it to the question. We don't go back to, we don't digress from that, please. Yeah. If you wish to answer, you may.
You were prosecuted under, or the club was prosecuted under the Police Act of 1963, madam, not the Supreme Court Act. I'm clarifying that.
And again, I disagree with you.
No, I think that's close. Any other questions? Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Rego.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. May I request Mr. Vikram Bihani to please come up.
Dear election committee members, fellow contestants, and esteemed members of Bangalore Club. My name is Vikram Bihani, and I aspire to serve you as Vice President. My connection with the club is deeply personal. My father, Mr. Jagdish Bihani, was a member since 1974 or 75, and also served as the president in 2008. My mother, Aruna Bihani, continues to come to the club and uses it as a social space with her friends. My wife, Nisha, has been a dependent member of the club since childhood, and in fact, our courtship started at this very institution. I have 2 children. Krish, my elder boy, has just finished his law from O.P. Jindal College near Delhi, and my daughter, Prisha, is pursuing her second year BBA at Symbiosis, Pune. From an educational perspective, I studied at St. Joseph's Boys High School and St. Joseph's College of Commerce. I pursued CA Foundation and CA Intermediary, and then completed my MBA from IIM Bangalore in 1998. I ranked 40th in CA Foundation and 15th nationally in CA Inter, as well as first in Karnataka. These milestones shape the discipline and commitment I bring to everything I do. Professionally, I am currently the Managing Director at Aurum Equity Partners. My specialization is advisory work related to mergers and acquisitions, which includes strategy, restructurings, valuation, negotiations, assistance in due diligence, as well as legal documentation. Our signature transaction was the acquisition of the tires business of Kishor Rao by JK Tires, which was $375 million acquisition. I have developed strong leadership skills throughout my life. At IIM Bangalore, I served as the placement representative for my batch, which was a significant responsibility at that point of time. I was also president of EO Bangalore, the Entrepreneurs Organization Bangalore, which is part of the global EO network spread across 60 countries with over 20,000 members. In addition, I serve on the board of 2 companies in India, including a 100% subsidiary of a NASDAQ-listed company. I believe these experiences have given me a broad perspective and strengthened my ability to connect ideas across different settings. For example, one of the key emphasis of EO is member values and member benefit, which I think strongly is relevant to how we deal with members out here. Similarly, the governance practices of company boards have shaped my thinking on the functioning of the Bangalore Club General Committee. At Bangalore Club, I have contributed to various subcommittees, and I have chaired 6 to 7 committees as well in diverse areas such as sports, bar, purchase, finance, investment, and outsourced facilities. The full list of achievements would take too much time at this point of time. I request you to read it through the resume, or you can ask that of me in the Q&A. These diverse leaderships that I have gathered from IIM to EO, from boardrooms to Bangalore Club committees, have broadened my thinking and helped me appreciate problems, issues, and opportunities from many angles. This, I believe, will help me make more balanced and thoughtful decisions for the club. Lastly, my vision for the club. One of my key visions is to bring back the younger age group, especially members in the age group of 25 to 45, who once formed the backbone of this club. I believe this requires renewed focus on sports facilities, F&B, outsourced facilities, and entertainment, with events that are curated specially for these members, while preserving the club's character and respecting the sensitivities of older members as well. I also believe that we must make our rules and administrative processes more robust and member-friendly by being better aligned with technology and changing times. Another priority for me is to bring back the bonhomie and sense of friendship amongst our members. One way to do this is to build trust among members, and one of the tools to build that trust, I believe, is open communication, frank and open communication, which I intend to follow. I seek your support to continue serving Bangalore Club and its members with commitment and sincerity. I believe my approach of consensus building and open communication will help me carry the support of a broad section of members while making key decisions. Thank you, and look forward to your questions.
Any questions for Mr. Bihani? Mr. Dev, Jayadev, yes.
Mr. Bihani, I have been going through your vision for the club, and as I mentioned earlier, that vision is where your focus will be for the next, in case you are elected, for the next 3 years.
Could you hold the mic a little closer, please?
You were also a member in charge of the sports. You know that there has been a long-standing demand of the club for a third badminton court and for improved health club. This process was started in 2014 when there was a proposal for the sports complex. Subsequently, courtesy Mr. Gurjar, there was a proposal for a third badminton court to be added, taking a little land from the tennis court. That is still in abeyance. Subsequently, there was a meeting where the have some patience. So, the question is, okay, you are in a hurry for the question, don't have patience. The question is, would you be committed, if you were elected, to seeing that these facilities are developed and the members get some kind of relief? Just like you have this beautiful complex outside, would you do something like that for the badminton courts and for the health club?
Thank you, sir. As I had mentioned earlier, one of my key priorities is to improve the sports facilities. There have been multiple attempts in the past, right? You likely mentioned in 2014, 15, 2017, I think, when Mr. Punja was there, 2023, when Mrs. Manwaring was president. There have been various attempts to do this, and I have supported each of those attempts by personally coming, voting, and talking to friends. So I remain committed to these, to the sporting facilities, improving the infrastructure of the sporting facilities. It will not be a quick fix solution, sir, because there are various aspects of the club that will get affected by this. And hence, it will have to be a careful and measured decision. But if the members agree, I personally promise you that I will, and if elected, I would be happy to lead this change, sir.
Any more questions? Thank you, Mr. Bihani.
Thank
you. Now, may I request Dr. Pratri Rao, our incoming president, to please speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all of you and welcome to this much-awaited annual event of the club. When we hear our candidates, their profile, their background, and importantly, their vision for the club. To the election committee, good afternoon to all of you. As an incoming president today, it's not about me, because exactly 1 year back, I was here at the same podium talking more about me and less about the club. But today, I stand corrected. Today, it's all about the club, nothing about me. So let's see what we have done this year and how we intend moving into the next year, and what is it exactly that I would like to give to this club, and how I would like to involve each one of you into helping the General Committee perform its duties, responsibilities, and services. The year has been one of the meaningful progress and continued commitment towards the growth and development of our club. Across infrastructure, member services, sports, entertainment, hospitality, and administration, sustained efforts were made to uphold the standards and traditions of this exemplary institution while adapting to the evolving needs of our members. The functional year also witnessed a period of profound loss with untimely demise of our president, Mr. Harish J. Padmanabha, in February of 2025. His passing away was deeply felt across the fraternity, importantly in the boardroom where the General Committee used to regularly meet and look for his guidance, support, and encouragement. In this unprecedented circumstances that followed, the General Committee assumed the responsibilities of taking over the club, and I, as the officiating president. We had several unfinished projects, unfinished agenda, many loose ends that had to be tied. And I must confess and congratulate and thank the General Committee, all of who stood with me and said, Vice President, just let's move on, we are all with you. And that transpired into distributing his portfolios amongst all the General Committee members. So what did we achieve this year and how do we go forward? A lot of the things that I'm going to enlist are ongoing processes and work in progress. The first one would be the excellent work being done by the Restoration Subcommittee. I'm sure all of you have had the opportunity of seeing what was created with the new restored billiard room, the polo bar which will be operational by the end of this week, and the complete corridor and all of that portion which we called as phase 1. By mid-July, we should take on phase 2, which would be the bar, the patio behind the bar, the main lounge, the Jacaranda lounge, Mysore room, Pratri bar, and the 1868. However, we are quite sure that systems will be in place and infrastructure alterations will be made to see that members are not inconvenienced. The transformation is visible for all members to experience and take pride. During the year, the club continued to benefit from prudent financial management, and this will continue. Considerable progress has been made in the area of information technology, both hardware and software upgrades across the department, and we will... One extra minute. Okay.
Please go on. Please go on.
Yeah.
Please go on.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. We are considering at the IT department to completely transform into a cloud-based administration. The outsourced facilities has continued to provide value-added services. Of course, the bridge room has been renovated, which our committee member did mention to you. The bar department and all other departments did excellently well, especially the catering, despite the challenges we had with the LPG crisis. The sports did very well. We continue to do this. We have also added a couple of new sports, which is the pickleball. So this will go a long way in adding, in providing more services, sporting fraternity of the members, including this into our inter-club sports with Secunderabad and Madras. Our entertainment committee, of course, did an excellent job, which we will continue. The Dovecourt committee did a fantastic job in bringing to the members every single development and program, every single program that transpired in the club. The library committee, of course, all of you heard it. So the functional year witnessed active involvement and commitment and participation from all members of the General Committee across their respective domains. Their collective efforts, thoughtful planning, and meticulous execution contributed towards meaningful growth of the club. together, and as I'm at the door to become the president, from what I have heard from all the candidates to the election committee I'm mentioning, that be rest assured, whoever comes, whoever is in with me, I am very well convinced and satisfied that your club will have one of the best teams to see that the good work that is done will continue, services will improve, and there will be all-round development. Together, we will all remain committed to preserving the proud legacy of this club while continuing to strengthen its standing as truly a home away from home. This is my promise to every single member of the club, those who are in the hall, those who are watching the live stream, and those who will continue to come to the club.
Any questions for Dr. Pratri Paban? I think.
If I may say so, one more minute. See, for a president, there is so many. No, see, for a president, there is so much to say and so much to share. Okay. No, not annual report, Jayant. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Tell us
but,
about the AGM.
Okay, I will do all of that. But what I seek from each one of you, last year, most of our initiatives were member-first initiatives. Several initiatives were member-first. We will now get into the second mode, which is what we want is member engagement. We want every single member to come forward, to put her shoulder, to help the general committee to see that we give our best service to the members. Whether you are in the subcommittee, not in the subcommittee, please feel free to knock on my doors, come to the office, come to my chambers, any point in time, contact my office, and I'm always there to give you an ear, and if possible, to find solutions to problems that you have. This is my assurance to you. And I'm here on most days from 11 to 2 and 4 to 7. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Pratri Paban. Thank you, sir. All the best. So that ends the KYC session. Thank you all. Thank you, members.
Now I'm performing duty as a vice president, officiating president. Okay. My dear friends, I would like all of you to please put your hands together for our election committee, led by Varun Gurjar, Kenneth Pinto, Bopanna. They have done a fantastic job. I mean, being with us. Of course, their job is not over. It will only end after the elections. But let us place on record and thank all of you for a fantastic job done. ನನಗನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ
ಹೌದು I think what Kenneth was saying, because of that inquiry, people may get strayed away.
I was asking him whether he has arrested them somewhere. Yes, no. Thank you very much.
You may have some fillers with someone, but doesn't mean that you bring it. Correct. What was it? Thank you.
It's peacefully gone.